proudly sponsored by Premier Guns.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I'd just like to start by saying that I'm feeling particularly ropey this morning, but I wanted to see you because we have quite a lot of positive news. In particular, I'd like to draw your attention to some hilarious comments I heard about the trophy hunting bill, which is looking very, very promising for us indeed. Now, trophy hunting helps conserve an area of land 1.3 million square kilometres. Now, I can't think what a square kilometre is off the top of my head, but I can tell you that it's approximately the size of France, Germany and Spain added together. Now, there's a gentleman in the House of Lords, which is where the bill is currently sitting, Lord Turnbull, crossbencher, says acting on trophies will do precious little to promote conservation. As the bill only applies to imports into the UK, it will do nothing to curb the appetite of the legendary Minnesota dentist, which I thought was quite funny indeed. I'm not going to do a big thing on trophy hunting now, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. We can talk about trophy hunting in the future if that's what you'd like to see, and if there is anything else that you would like to see on this show, please let me know and I will do everything I can to indulge you. Now, have you seen this? A brand new hammer gun, steel shot proof, a name which I've come across just once or twice on racks of other gun shops. I think that's great. I think that's really a lot of fun for the industry. And you do know that we've got the Welsh Side-by-Side Championships happening tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be well enough to make it. I hope so, but I can't promise. Owen Williams is going to be... You need to go because not only have you got £400 worth of Bismuth cartridges to give away as first prize, that's 250 cartridges. Owen Williams is also giving away one of his prints of the woodcock, which I happen to have. Also, Manor & Co. are building a brand new gun. I've heard rumours that David West, formerly of Ray Trade and now of Basque, is going to be their sponsored shooter. I sat next to Debbie Manor at the Women Who Work in Field Sports event back last year sometime. And yeah, they're pressing on ahead, and Luke is also building a 16 gauge, so we're back to the same message. Side-by-sides aren't dead, nor are small gauges, and you need to keep watching this channel because I will be announcing the location for the Festival of Small Balls, which is coming next year. I'm quite excited about that as well, lots of things. I'm also really thrilled to see, on a more realistic note for us, that Browning, one of my favourites, I admit it, in particular the 725. You may have heard that Browning are offering £200 cash back if anybody buys a brand new Browning. And you can also get £75 cash back if you buy a Winchester or Browning semi-auto. Okay, so it's £200 for the over and unders, which is quite good. However, PG have got in an absolute shed-load of ex-demo 725s. I haven't been there this week because I've been to the party conference. I'm going to tell you all about that later. But please do check out their ex-demo 725s. I love the 725. It's all about the trigger pull. Feels amazing in the hand. You get a whole host of goodies, particularly with the Pro Sport. Yeah, it's a gun to love and cherish as the 725, and I just love it, you know, I just like Brownings. I pick and choose with the Berettas, and I will be picking and choosing some to show you, and there are some delightful Berettas out there. But I kind of compare it to Browning is the builder's tea, and whereas Beretta's more sort of cappuccino, you know. There's a time and a place for both, but yeah, I can never turn down a cup of tea, and I'll never turn down a 725, real sturdy, hard-wearing. It's a man's gun, and with hands like this, you know, that's where I need to be, really. So, moving on from there, although not moving on too far, I'd like to talk about the successes of two lady shooters, Leah Southall, look at this, look at that, and Kat Smalley. I was lucky enough to catch up with Kat at the British Open, which seems some time ago now. I've been following your shooting journey with interest, You're doing amazing, aren't you?
Oh, thank you. It's the first few years I've been shooting, really, so I'm really, really happy to have made teams this year for FitAsk, Great Britain in the Europeans, Wales, and then to represent England in the Home International.
That is absolutely unbelievable, isn't it?
Thank you.
I bet you never thought you'd end up doing this.
No, I didn't. No, not this early on in my shooting career.
Yeah, well done. And is it a Blazer that you shoot, I'm picking up on?
No, it's a Beretta 692 at the minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
did I imagine the Blazers thing, or was there a whole Blazer
I
business?
did shoot a Blazer, but
Okay.
I moved on to the 692.
Yeah. I haven't seen a 692 for ages.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're enjoying it?
I'm loving it. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
And have you got a bit of sponsorship there from?
Yeah, so B&P sponsors me cartridge-wise, offer a lot of support. So
Yeah.
family feel, so yeah.
Because they really are a premium cartridge, aren't they,
They are.
B&P?
They're great.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah, and do you feel really good when you've got those in your barrel?
They do
Does
give
it
me
just-
a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
They do give me a lot of confidence.
I bet they do. I did quite a delve into the history of B&P, and they've actually designed quite a few Olympic winning cartridges.
Yeah.
You know, it's very surprising.
Yeah, a quality cartridge, and the support you get from the team is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So it gives you a lot of confidence, especially when you've got a cartridge for every discipline. It's great to have that backup.
And tell me a bit about FitAsk, because that's a completely different style of shooting, isn't it?
Yeah, so I learned to shoot when I was younger and always shot sort of gun down, so I feel very comfortable shooting FitAsk.
Yeah. And are you going all over the world? Tell me about where you've been.
Yeah, so started February in Fujairah, Dubai, and then went to Cyprus to shoot the Europeans, and then to Hungary to shoot the Worlds, and then the odd trip to France, the odd trip to Ireland.
That's perfect. Now, I don't know what FitAsk stands for, and I'm not going to ask you because it's complicated. It's Federation de
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you give to somebody?
Just keep shooting. When you start out, you've got to shoot most disciplines to find out what you like, what you prefer, what suits your mindset, and just keep going. Just keep going. Even the top shots have good days and bad days, and I've had quite a few bad days, quite a few disappointing days, but just have to shoot through it. So,
Yeah, and well done.
thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
No, you're doing amazing. And in case you missed it, here are Sam Green's winning shots for the British Open. Okay, these are the winning shots. There you go. Wow. And we're full flush into the game season now, aren't we? And from what I gather, everybody is having a brilliant time. I've advertised a few days. I'll be advertising a whole lot more. Premier Guns is a place to go if you want a serious gun fit. Now, your competition shooters, people like that, yeah, you've got your adjustable cones, blah, blah, blah. But for game shooting, if you're finding that you're not perhaps quite as good as you were last year, or you're sort of pretending that you're not that bothered about your shooting because it's not really going all that well, can I recommend that you go in and have your gun fitted to you? And if you want to go one step further, you can go over to the Beretta Factory in March. They've got the next trip where you get to choose your wood, you get it fitted to you. Oh man, it's a dream. I've never been myself, but I do have a theory that if you shoot small gauges, you're probably better off going on that trip because that's going to fit the gun straight to you. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. I think you go away for about 3 days, have all the Italian food, everything. Yeah. That is going to be of benefit to quite a lot of game shooters, and most of all a benefit to their shooting. Let's see what else we've got going on. We've just had Red Squirrels week. If you didn't see my interview with the boys from the Greys Need You campaign, then take a look at that. It is on this channel, as is the launch of Conservative Friends of the Countryside. Now this has already caused a little bit of a stir, okay, but it's been a long time coming. I think we're ready for it. And if you've got any suggestions or any changes that you would like to see, I will put a link in the description. Just get it in there, write out, fill out the form, and we'll see what we can do for you. We do have friends in government. So it's not all doom and gloom for the Conservative Party. It's not all doom and gloom for the Conservative voter. It's tempting to look that way. It's tempting, to think that it is, and nothing's perfect, but things are a lot better than you may perhaps think they are. Now, we haven't got a show coming up for some time, but there is the World Gunmakers Evening happening in early November. I shall be going there. I love this event. It's an excuse to ponce around. There were rumours of canapes. I've never actually seen any, so I would advise that you eat before you go. But I'll put a link to where you can buy the tickets. It's a nice evening. It's nice for everybody to get together and see some of the faces with which you're so familiar. I've also heard that there's been a rifle released, Savage Arms. They had an event at West London Shooting School. I was unable to go because I was at the Conservative Party conference. Don't know if I mentioned that. If you're into rifles, check that out. I can't give you any further details really because I'm not a rifle man. But do take a look at it because it's meant to be quite the noise. One thing that did go down particularly well was the Lambas. Now, I believe that some of these are actually still available, so never think, if ever you see something advertised on the internet and loads of people have seen it, it's always worth inquiring because it may still be available, and I believe there are still 1 or 2 Lambas up for the offing, so get in touch if you're interested in those. Thank you to everybody that follows this page on Facebook, Strictly Shooting UK on Facebook, and congratulations to Chris Cross, the winner of the Instagram promotion. I actually opened it up to all followers of Instagram because I thought, you know, the people that have followed before the promotion were going to miss out, and I'm not into people missing out, you know, everybody matters. So it was eventually done for all the Instagram followers, and Chris Cross won that. Yeah, Premier Guns started on Instagram. It's something a little bit different. I'm quite enjoying it actually. Quite a nice community. So do feel free to get involved in that. And Chris won himself a £100 voucher, which he can spend absolutely anywhere in the shop. He can use it off a gun. He can use it for accessories. He can. Yeah, me and Dan sorted it out and I thought that was a really, really good promotion. There were no terms or conditions attached to that. So hopefully we'll be doing another one of those soon. I'd like to thank Premier Guns for sponsoring this show, for sponsoring this channel, for looking after me so that I can go out and about, do things for you guys. Coming up on this channel, we've got a Kids on Pegs Day. I don't know if you saw the last one on Field Sports channel. Take a look at that. Keep shooting, keep in touch, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
With Alex Sayre.